all behavior is communication, but all communication is also communication. Hear me out. The phrase all behavior is communication I got from Dr. Ross Green, who has dedicated his career to helping people treat those who struggle, children especially, those who struggle with emotional regulation humanely, and helping parents to work collaboratively with their children to solve problems, essentially. And part of that is understanding from the position of power that all behavior is communication. If there is a child misbehaving, there is probably a reason, because kids do well when they can. If they're not doing well, there's probably a reason why they are not doing well. So you got to look into that. The second part of that I got from a school psychologist who worked with 2 of my boys at a public school. The idea was they were trying to teach my son to communicate and advocate for himself with words and not undesirable behaviors. Now, the problem there was that my son had a one-to-one aide, and one-to-one aide was very lovely, but generally speaking, one-to-one aides are not trained in behavior. They are, in this case, just a community member, a very kind woman who worked for the school district, and this was her job. They're trained by the teachers. They're told by the teachers what to do. So when my son would ask for what he believed he needed in that moment, she was very quick to say no or to redirect. And the school psychologist was really encouraging the team, and while my son was learning and growing and developing, that they needed to respect when he said he needed a break, even if they feel it was just to escape doing a hard task. They needed to respect it, so he then felt safe to ask for a break. Because one of the triggers, a very common trigger for neurodivergent kids, especially with autism, is feeling trapped and feeling like they don't have any power over their own body or selves. How do I apply this at home? Well, if we go to a new situation and my son tells me he's feeling overwhelmed and needs to go, even if I want to be there and I want to stay longer, I listen to that and I assess the situation. Can we divide and conquer? Can one of us adults leave with just him? Can we find a quiet room? So rather than putting him off, 5 minutes, I'm busy. So behavior is communication, but communication is also communication. So we have to listen to these things and acknowledge and respect them. It doesn't mean we have to drop everything and do exactly what the child wants, but at the same time, we need to see, is there something in our power that we can alleviate whatever suffering is coming? Because if you don't listen to the communication, guess what's going to happen? Behavior. And that's what we want to avoid, because it's uncomfortable for them, it's uncomfortable for me, it's uncomfortable for anyone around.